Hello all, welcome to oratrends.com. In this session, we'll discuss about reading a file from FTP using Oracle Integration Cloud and displaying the output of, the content of a file via logger in Integration Cloud. So the prerequisite is we require an FTP server wherein we are expecting a file is available in FTP server and we want to read the file from there and display in the Integration Cloud. And we know that these are the list of supported file operation for an FTP adapter in OIC. And this green color one, writing a file, we have already completed in our earlier session. In this session, we'll be concentrating on how do we read a file from FTP. And to design this integration, what are the components would require us? We just require a REST trigger connection, FTP connection, and we'll be designing integration of type application. We are not using any input parameter or output parameter. And you can observe the screenshot of the REST integration, REST connection, and similarly the FTP connection, which we have used in our earlier session. And then now this is the expected integration which we'll be designing now. So the first one is the trigger activity, and then we don't require any mapping. Of course, it will generate automatically. And then this reading a file which performs where we have to mention the directory and the directory of the file where it is available and the file name. And then we are reading this content of the file like a record by record and displaying that in the logger. Okay. So this is generally applicable for a sample file size of, a small data. It is not for the bulk reading. It is only for the file size of, just a simple KB or maybe 100 records, right? So in the, if you want to read a larger file, right, that we'll discuss in the other upcoming sessions where we have to use a stage file operation, other things. For now, in our today's session, we are assuming that you have a very simple file, a small data set, and you just want to read that file and display the content in the logger. So now we'll just go back to our integration. Yeah. I'll try to use this similar name so that click on create and we'll choose the application type, integration as application type. And here I'll just mention _test. Click on this one and REST connection OT. Read a file. Read a file. You don't configure anything, right? And you can just mention / here. Remaining, you just go with the default, continue and finish. Right? And now for this trigger activity, a mapper was generated. That's fine. Now click on the next. And here, FTP connection OT. Read a file from FTP. Now click on continue. Read a file. It requires 2 parameters, right? So this is the location of the directory and the file name I want to mention. I'm hard coding here. Maybe in the next session, you want to consider a parameter as a file name. You can mention that and you can pass that to the FTP. For now, we'll just go with hard code directory name as well as file name. Continue. And now, if you want to specify the schema, it is good practice. So I'll just specify the schema of that. So I'll just mention that. CSV. And it will recognize, yeah, it got recognized. And first one is a column header and remaining are content of the file. Continue. Okay. Mention the record name, EMP row and EMP row set. And now, so the invoke activity for the FTP adapter is done. Next thing is we want to iterate the content what we have received from the FTP, right? Now this trigger activity or invoke activity has the content of the file. So that what we want to do is we want to display that as a logger, I mean, as a console output, right? So we can try to use the logger where we can display the information, right? Click on action. First, we require a loop, right? So click on the loop. And for this loop, what is the input you require? The response, what we have received from the invoke activity. So read file from FTP is our response from the FTP. So make a note of that, use that. Yeah, so this one, EMP row. So from the FTP response, EMP row, we want to read that EMP row. And now that EMP row, just click on this here, the symbol, use the logger. Using the for loop variable EMP row, display the appropriate value, whatever you want to display. Maybe you can display ename. Okay, so now this is the logic. And the final pending one is we just need to set some primary business identifier, right? We'll just specify some information. Click on save. It is configured. It is ready for execution. Now what we do is we'll just activate our integration. And I prefer debug mode because I just want to see if any issues occurs, we can try to trace that easily. Let's run it, refresh. Oh, no. Refresh, yes, it is ready for running. Click on run. Let's see what does it do. So the content I'm expecting is that it has 5 records. Let's see what does it display. The for loop should be iterated 5 times. Refresh. Yes, it got iterated 5 times. And you can see the content in each iteration what it received. Yeah, so it received Gita here. And somewhere, yeah, it received the Rekha. Yeah. That's a full payload as well as the logger information. So we are able to see the full payload and also the logger information. So now let us say for now what I'll do is I'll just try to duplicate the same data. Maybe I just want to make it 10 records now, and I'll just update the file here. So earlier was 93 bytes, now it is 171 bytes. Let's see. And we'll try to read the file again or nothing, but I'll run the integration again. It should be iterated 10 times. It's still running, so could be load on the instance or FTP or something. Yeah, but it should work. Let me try again. Okay, so rather than wasting time, so assuming that it should work as we have seen the earlier sample file where if we are able to read the content which was having 5 records, definitely the 10 records also will work. So yeah, that's all about this session. In the next upcoming session, we'll discuss on the other operations of the file. Thank you.